Because of the wonderful things he does. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
I could think of things I've never thought before. And then I'd sit and think some more. Gosh, it would be awful pleasing to reason out the reason for things I can't explain. Then perhaps I deserve ya and be even worthier of ya if I only had a brain. Life is sad when you miss it, when you're born a system without the finished word. But I could show my prowess, be a lion, not a mouse, if I only had the nerve. I'm afraid there's no denying, I'm just a dandelion, a fate I don't deserve. But I could change my habits, nevermore be scared of rabbits if I only had the nerve. I'd be in my stride, down to the core. I could roar the way I've never roared before, and then I'd and roar some more. I could show the dinosaurus who's king around the forest. I can't serve. I'd be brave as a wizard, I'd be gentle as a lizard, I'd be clever as a gizzard, if a wizard is a wizard. And I'd show
Good evening and welcome.
Oh, jeepers! My heart's humming so loud I can hardly breathe. Toto! Toto! Oh, no need to be scared anymore. She'd phone us. I won't let her touch you nohow. Oh, there you go. Did she hurt you? She tried to, didn't she? She must be the meanest old woman there ever was. Let's go tell Uncle Henry and Auntie Em. They'll take care of her. Come on, Toto. And
57, 58.
just listen to what Miss Gold did to Toto.
Dorothy, please, we're trying to count.
Oh, but and if she hit him.
Don't bother us now, honey. You see, this old incubator's gone bad, and we're likely to lose a lot of our eggs.
Oh, the poor little things. Oh, but and Miss Gold hit Toto right over back with a rake just because he gets in her garden and chases her nasty old cat every day.
70. Dorothy, please.
But he doesn't do it every day. Only once or twice a week. And he can't catch your cat anyway. And now she says she's going to give the...
Dorothy, we're busy.
Uncle Henry, can't you do something?
I'm doing something right now, honey, so just keep out of our hair.
Oh, all right.
Who's the genius that decided we moved the wagon before the wheel was fixed?
Well, we can carry it over there and fix it. Well, it makes sense, don't it?
Sense or no sense. When I lift up the axle, you two tighten that wheel.
Zeke, Hickory, know what Miss Golds did to Toto?
I swear this wheel's smaller than the other three.
She tried to kill him!
Bigger or smaller, tighten it from my arms will clean out their sockets. I ain't a statue, you know, I ain't made of iron.
Okay, okay.
Why won't anyone listen? Doesn't anyone care about Toto?
No! You got my finger!
What am I gonna do about Miss Goldchunk just because Toto chases your old cat?
Now look at Dorothy. You ain't using your head about Miss Gulch. Ain't she got no brains?
Sure I have brains.
Well, why didn't you use them? Look, when you walk home tomorrow, don't go by Miss Gulch's house. Then Toto won't get in her garden and you won't get in no trouble, see?
We're just standing there, blew the junk out of that wagon. Got a partial lump to hold this time before the weather turns.
Will do, Mr. Gale.
Zeke, what am I gonna do?
Well, for a start, kid, don't let that old Gulch heifer try and buffalo you. She ain't nothing to be afraid of. You gotta stand up to her, that's all. With a little courage, a little grit.
I'm not afraid of her.
That's what I wanted to hear. Walk with your head up, your chest out, and the next time she squawks, you just stroll right up to her and spit in her eye. That's what I do.
Would you really?
Sure I would. Through this life, you gotta walk tall, shoot straight, and you got no reason to be scared of nothing and nobody.
Oh! Zeke, are you alright?
What you tried to do, kill a guy?
How can you be so cruel?
It's just a rib.
Can't you see how white he is? You really scared him.
Who was scared?
You was scared. If you was a jackrabbit, you'd be in the next county by now.
Here, what's all this jabber open when there's work to be done? I know 3 shiftless farmhands who be out of a job before they know it.
We was just having a little fun, Miss Gale.
A farm's no place for fun. You want fun, go join the circus.
Might just do that. Be a strong man and see the world.
Well, don't start posing for it now. Here, come have some cookies.
Gosh, Miss Gale.
Just baked.
Thanks.
Swell.
Well, you don't need to sit down and eat them. Go get that wagon hitched up, and Zeke, you go feed those hogs before they worry themselves into anemia.
Yes, ma'am.
Auntie M, really? Do you know what Miss Gold said she's going to do, Toto? She said she was going to.
Dorothy, stop imagining things. You always get yourself into a fret over nothing.
Well,
Now you just help us out today and find yourself a place where you won't get into any trouble.
someplace where there isn't any trouble. I wonder if there is such a place, Toto. There must be. Not a place you can get to by boat or train. It's somewhere far, far away. Beyond the moon, beyond the rain. When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere
I never skulked in my life, Miss Gulch, and I ain't about to start now.
I want to see you and your wife right away about Dorothy.
Dorothy? Why? What has she done?
What has she done? I'm all but lame from the bite of my leg.
You mean she bit you?
No, her dog.
Oh, she bit her dog, eh?
Afternoon, Miss Gulch. I just made a fresh batch of cookies if you would mind to sit a while.
I'm afraid I have no appetite, Miss Gale. Indeed, I'm so shaken by the ferocious attack on your niece's vicious dog, I may never eat again.
If you don't eat, you'll waste away, and I'd hate to see you dwindle.
Dorothy, would you bring Toto out here for a minute? I'm sure if Dorothy's done anything to upset you, she'd be only too glad to apologize as best she can.
It's gone beyond apologies, Miss Gale. I have laid an official complaint with the county sheriff.
Was he sober?
Dorothy, Miss Gulch here seems very upset.
That dog is a menace to the community.
That's not true.
As an act of public service, young woman, I'm taking that dog to the sheriff to make sure he's destroyed.
Destroyed? Toto! Oh, you can't, you mustn't! Uncle Henry and TM, you won't let her, will you?
Of course we won't, will we,
Oh, please, A&M. Toto didn't mean to. He didn't know he was doing anything wrong. I'm the one that ought to be punished. You can send me to bed without supper. You hear how sorry the child is. Surely she gives your place a wide berth.
If you don't hand over that dog right now, I'll send a damage suit that'll take your whole farm. There's a law protecting folks against dogs that bite.
How would it be if she keeps him tied up? He's really gentle. With gentle folk, that is.
Well, that's for the sheriff to decide. Here's the order allowing me to take him. Well, unless you want to go against the law.
Yes.
What's it say, Henry?
Exactly what she says. You gotta hand him over, Dorothy.
No! I won't let you take him! We can't go against the law, Dorothy. I'm afraid poor Toto will have to go.
Now you're seeing reason.
No!
Here's what I'm taking him in, so he doesn't attack me again.
No, no, no! You go away! I won't let you take him! I'll bite you myself! Oh, you wicked old witch! Uncle Henry and TM, don't let her take Toto! Don't let her take him, please!
Stop her!
It's no use running, Dorothy.
Hickory, I thought you were my friend.
He is your friend. We all are.
You can't fight the law, honey. Some things are bigger than all of us.
Give him here, Dorothy.
Oh, please, please. Put him in the basket, Henry.
Don't, Uncle Henry! That is more like it.
Oh, Toto.
That's more like it.
Myra Gulch, just because you own half the county doesn't mean you have the power to run the rest of us. For 23 years, I've been dying to tell you what I thought of you. And now, well, being a Christian woman, I can't say it.
Well, I can. So if you don't want to hear it, you better pell your carcass off my land.
I don't take kindly to that kind of talk, Henry Gale. Just remember, I have friends in high places.
Then why don't you go climb on your broomstick and visit them? You boys got that horse hitched to that wagon yet?
Nearly done, Mr. Gale.
Nearly ain't good enough. You get it done right now. Sky's getting darker by the minute, damn it.
Come inside, honey. I'm not going anywhere with you. If you really loved me, you wouldn't have let Toto go. She had an order from the sheriff. What do you expect us to do? Make a wand and make it disappear? You still could have tried at least. And you just stood there like you were stuffed or something.
I just couldn't think of anything. I'm sorry.
One mean old woman, and you were scared of her.
It weren't my place to interfere.
And you're worst of all. You stopped Toto from getting away. I just hate you.
Oh, don't say that, Dorothy. You make me feel all terrible inside, like my heart's all torn out.
I don't care. I never want to see any of you again, ever, ever, ever. Toto was the only friend I had. Now I got no one to talk to, no one to play with. I'm never gonna see him again for as long as I live. Toto? Oh! Toto, darling! Oh, you came back! You got away from that horrible woman, you wonderful dog! Oh, she'll be coming back for you any minute. We've got to get away. We've got to run away. We need a bone for you and food for me. We've got to get far, far away from here. Oh, we're never, ever coming back. Come on, Toto.
Here, doggy, doggy.
Where is that dreaded animal? Here, doggy doggy.
I thought I asked you to get off my land, Miss Gulch.
I did, but the dog got away.
You can't have enjoyed your company very much.
Where the little girl is, that's where I'll find her. Kindly bring her out here.
You never give up, do you? Dorothy! Dorothy!
She ain't in the house, Henry. And that fresh batch of cookies is missing. My picture from the mantle, that's gone too.
Sounds like you got a runaway on your hands. If she's on the road, I'll find her. And I'll take that dog back for good.
If you're so anxious to have you, you should have looked after it better.
Don't blame me. The catches on the basket's faulty. That's the last time I buy anything from a charity bazaar.
Well, 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 house guest, huh? And who might you be? No, no, don't tell me. You're traveling in disguise. No, that's not it. You're going on a visit. No, I'm wrong. You're running away.
How did you guess?
Ha ha, Professor Marvel never guesses, he knows, ha ha ha. Now, why are you running away?
Why?
No, don't tell me. They don't appreciate you at home. You want to see big lands, big cities, big mountains, big oceans, ha!
Why, it's almost like you could read what was inside of me.
It is my trade, my calling. See it on the side of my conveyance?
Oh, please, Professor, why won't you take us with you to see all the crowned heads of Europe?
You know any? Oh, you mean the thing. Well, I never do anything without consulting my crystal first. Here, have a seat. That's it. Just make yourself comfortable while I conjure out of the air, out of thin air. This very genuine, magic, authentic crystal used by the priests of the Isis and Osiris in the days of the pharaohs, in which Cleopatra first saw the approach of Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, and so on and so on. Now, hold out your hands so we can look into the future together. Now, you'd better close your eyes, my child, for a moment, so we can be better in tune with the infinite. We can't do these things without reaching out into the infinite. Yes, that's all right. You can open them now. We'll gaze into the crystal together. What's this? I see a house with a picket fence.
Well, that's our farm.
Yes, there's a woman. She's wearing a polka dot dress. Her face is careworn.
That's N.M.
Yes, her name is Emily.
That's right. Well, what's she doing?
Well, I can't quite see why she's crying.
Oh.
Someone has hurt her. Someone has just about broken her heart.
Well, why would anyone do that?
I don't know, but it's someone she loves very much. Someone she's been very kind to. Someone she's taken care of in sickness.
I had the measles once, and she stayed right by me every minute.
Uh-huh.
But that's when I was very young. She doesn't care about me at all now, and I don't care about her.
Well, that's not what the crystal says.
They were going to kill Toto, and she did nothing to stop them.
I don't see any of that in the crystal. All I see is a woman who tries her hardest and misses you something terrible.
Well, what's she doing now?
Yes, why, she's putting her hand on her heart. She's dropping down on the bed.
Oh, you don't suppose she could really be sick, do you? Oh, I have to get home right away.
But what's this? I thought you were coming along with me.
Oh, no, I have to get home right away. Goodbye, Professor Marvelin, and thanks a lot.
Goodbye. Safe journey. Better get the horse under cover. There's a storm a-blowing. A whopper. Poor little kid. Hope she gets home all right. Dorothy!
find Hickory, doggone it. Hickory! Hickory!
It's a twister! The twister! There she goes!
And heading straight for
The
us.
last time one of them struck through the big barn clean out of the ground with the cow sitting on the telegraph poles.
Oh, I come for the horses.
Good man.
Dorothy! Dorothy!
You ain't found her yet?
She's somewhere out in the store. Dorothy!
It's getting awful close, Mr. Gale.
Quick, everybody in the storm cellar.
We can't leave her out here, Henry.
There's nothing else we can do for her, so pray for us all.
It's Yen! It's Yen! Where is everybody? call me because a new witch has just got a house on the Wicked Witch to the east. And there's the house, and here you are, and those legs are all that's left of the Wicked Witch to the east. And so what the Munchkins want to know is, are you a good witch or a bad witch?
But I've already told you, I'm not a witch at all. Witches are old and ugly.
What was that? The Munchkins. They're laughing because I'm a witch. I'm Glinda, the Witch of the North.
Oh, you are? I beg your pardon, but I've never heard of such a beautiful witch before.
Only bad witches are ugly. The Munchkins are happy because you have freed them from the Wicked Witch of the east.
But if you please, what are munchkins?
The little people who live in this land, and blue is their favorite color. This is Munchkin land, and you're their national heroine, my dear. It's all right. You can come out and thank her now. It's all right. Come out, wherever you are, and meet the young lady who fell from a star. She fell from the sky, she fell very far, and Kansas, she says, is the name of the star. Kansas, she says, is the name of the star. She brings you good news, or haven't you heard? When she fell out of Kansas, a miracle occurred.
It really was no miracle. What happened was just this. The wind began to switch, the house to pitch, and suddenly the hinges started to unhitch. Just then, the witch, to satisfy an itch, went flying on her broomstick, thumbing for a hitch.
The house began to pitch, the kitchen took a switch, it landed on the Wicked Witch in the middle of a ditch. Witch, is part of what this is you're wishing for, a Wicked Witch. The house began to pitch, the kitchen took a switch, it landed on the Wicked Witch in the middle of a ditch. Witch, is part of what this is you're wishing for, a Wicked Witch who began to twitch and was reduced to just a stitch. All that was once a Wicked Witch.
We think you very sweetly. You and it took it. You killed us so completely, Dad. We thank you very sweetly.
Oh, let the joyous news be spread! The wicked old witch at last is dead! Ding dong, witch is dead, witch old witch, the wicked witch. Ding dong, wicked witch is dead. Wake up, you sleepy head, rub your eyes, get out of bed. Ding dong, wicked witch is dead. She's gone and the rabbits have been rolling up in the hole. Let's open up and sing and ring the bells like ding dong, merry go, sing it high. Let the young wicked witch is dead.
As mayor of Munchkin City, in the county of the land of Oz, I welcome you most regally, but we've got to verify it legally to see if she is morally, ethically,
Spiritually, physically, positively, absolutely, undeniably, verifiably dead.
As coroner, I must ever thoroughly examine her, and she's not only merely dead, she's really most
richer than their descendants.
If any.
Yes, let the joy of Susan spread the wicked witch on masters then.
Ding dong, witch is dead, witch oh witch, wicked witch. Ding dong, wicked witch is dead. Wake up, you sleepyhead, rub your eyes, get out of bed. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead. She's gone down and over to the road, let's open up and sing, and ring the bells out, ding dong, very old, sing it hard. Let them know the wicked witch is dead. We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, and in the name of the Lollipop Guild, we represent. We welcome you to
From now on, you'll be history. You'll be his. You'll be history. You'll be a bus, a bus.
I thought you said she was dead. That was her sister, the Wicked Witch of the East. This is the Wicked Witch of the West. She's worse than the other was.
Where's my sister?
Yonder she lies.
Where?
There.
All right. Who's the smart aleck that turned my sister into a house? Was it you, Glinda?
Not the house. Under the house.
Under the house?
It's my fault. I'm so sorry. My house dropped on her.
You dropped your house on my sister? How can anybody be so unbelievably clumsy?
Look closer.
Ugh!
You've recognized her then.
Of course I recognize her. Who else would wear the ruby slippers with those socks? The ruby slippers? Little girl, you have done me a service. I shall don the ruby slippers, which will make my powers greater than ever. The slippers, they're gone. The slippers, what have you done with them?
See for yourself. Step forward, Dorothy.
Give them back to me, or I'll...
It's too late. There they are, and there they'll stay.
Give them back to me. They're of no use to you. I'm the only one that knows how to use them. Give them back to me. Give them back. Oh!
Keep tight inside them, Dorothy. The magic must be very powerful, or she wouldn't want them so badly.
You stay out of this, Glinda, or I'll fix you as well.
Oh, fiddle faddle. You have no power around here. Be gone before someone drops a house on you, too.
Very well. I'll bide my time. And as for you, my fine lady, it is true that I cannot attend to you right here and now as I'd like, but after a suitable period of mourning, I'll have those slippers, and my revenge too. So best try and stay out of my way. Just try. I'll get you eventually, my pretty, and your little dog too.
It's all right. You can get up now. She's gone. It's all right. Whew. What a smell of sulfur. made a rather bad enemy of the Wicked Witch of the West. The sooner you get out of Oz altogether, the safer you'll sleep, my dear.
Oh, I'd give anything to get out of Oz altogether. My Aunt Tam's missing me, and she may even be sick. But which is the way back to Kansas? I can't go the way I came.
No, that's true. The only person who might know would be the great and wonderful Wizard of Oz himself.
The Wizard of Oz? Is he good or is he wicked?
Oh, very good, but very mysterious. He lives in the Emerald City, and that's a long journey from here. Did you bring your broomstick with you?
No, I'm afraid I didn't.
Well, then you'll have to walk. The Munchkins will see you safely to the border of Munchkinland. And remember, never let those ruby slippers off your feet for a moment, or you'll be at the mercy of the Wicked Witch of the West.
But how do I start for the Emerald City?
It's always best to start at the beginning, and all you have to do is follow the yellow brick road.
My, people come and go so quickly here. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Well, now which way do we go?
Pardon me, that way is very nice.
Who said that? Don't be silly, Toto. Scarecrows don't talk.
It's pleasant down that way, too.
That's funny. Wasn't he just pointing the other way?
Of course, people do go both ways.
Why, you did say something, didn't you? Are you doing that on purpose, or can't you make up your mind?
Well, I haven't got a brain. Only straw. What's saying? Got a mind to make up.
Well, how can you talk if you haven't got a brain?
Well, I don't know. But some people without brains do an awful lot of talking. Don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right. Well, can't you get down?
Down? No. Well, you see, I've got a pole stuck up my back.
Is there any way I can help you?
Well, of course, I'm not very bright about doing things, but if you'll just bend a nail down in the back, maybe I'll just slip off.
I'll certainly try. It's awful stiff nail.
Oh, whoops. There goes some more of me again.
Oh, does it hurt you?
Oh, no, I just keep picking it up and putting it back in again.
Let me help you.
My, it's good to be free. Oh!
Oh.
Did I scare you?
No. I just thought you hurt yourself.
Oh. But I didn't scare you?
No.
Oh.
Of course not.
Oh, I didn't think so. Boo! Scat! Oh, you see? Well, I can't even scare a crow.
Howdy, neighbor.
Well, they come from miles around just to eat my field
Howdy, Scarecrow.
and laugh in my face. Said a scarecrow swinging on the pole to a blackbird sitting on a fence. Oh, the Lord gave me a soul, but forgot to give me common sense.
Said the blackbird, well, 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 what if thunder would give you a common sense?
Said said the scarecrows would be pleasing just to reason out the reason of the witchness and the whiness and the whence. If I had an ounce of common sense, why could while away the hours, deferred with the flowers, exultant with the rain? And my head I'd be scratching while my thoughts were busy hatching if I only had a brain. I'd unravel every riddle, friend me in the victual, in trouble or in pain.
With the thoughts you'd be thinking you could be another Lincoln.
If I only had a brain. Oh, I can tell you why the ocean's near the shore.
You could think of things you've never thought before.
And then I sit and think some more. Why would not be just a nothing? My head all full of stuffing, my heart all full of pain. Why could dance and be merry? Life would be a ding and dairy if I only had a brain. Oh, I can tell you why the ocean's near the shore. I could think of things I'd never thought before.
And then you sit and think some more.
Gosh, it would be awful pleasing to reason out the reason for things I can't explain. Then perhaps I deserve ya and be even worthy of ya if I only had a brain. Oh, if I only had a brain.
That was wonderful! If our scarecrows back in Kansas could do that, the crows would be scared to pieces.
Well, they would?
Oh, yes!
Where's Kansas?
Well, that's where I live. And I want to get back there so badly. I'm going all the way to the Emerald City to get the Wizard of Oz to help me.
You're going to see a wizard?
Uh-huh.
Do you think if I went with you, this wizard would give me some brains?
I couldn't say, but you'd be no worse off than you are now.
Yes, that's true.
But maybe you better not. I got a witch mad at me and you might get into some trouble.
Witch? Ha! Well, I'm not afraid of a witch. Well, I'm not afraid of anything. Except a lighted match.
Oh, I don't blame you for that.
But I'd face a whole box full of them for the chance of getting some brains. Look, I won't be any trouble because I don't need a thing. Well, and I won't try to manage things because I can't think. Won't you take me with you?
Of course I will.
Hooray!
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna get me a brain. Let's go.
You're not starting off very well.
I'll try, but really I will.
To us?
To us.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. We hear he is the Wizard of Oz, ever Mr. Oz. If ever a wizard was a Wizard of Oz, it's one because of the wonderful things he does. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Goodbye, Scarecrow. I'm gonna miss the little hay bag.
I second that. I never cared for him.
How's that?
Too much of a stuffed shirt.
You're hungry? But I thought only crows got hungry.
All living things need to eat.
Well, I don't need to eat. Does that mean I'm not alive?
Oh no, Scarecrow. You're the liveliest friend I've ever had.
Well, why, thank you. And just for that, you can eat as much of my hay as you like. And then you won't be hungry anymore.
Oh no, Scarecrow, I couldn't do that.
Oh. Well, you don't have to worry about me. So long as I keep my legs well stuffed, well, I can walk to the Emerald City no matter what sheep I'm in up top.
It's a very kind offer, but I don't eat hay.
Oh. Well, perhaps it's just as well. A little mother field mouse has a nest in there and she wouldn't want to be disturbed.
Oh. there grow apples
Apples?
in their trees.
You mean all those little red birds hanging upside down by one leg?
They're not birds. They're something you eat, and they're delicious. Ouch!
What do you think you're doing?
Well, I was walking a long way and I was hungry. Did you say something?
She was hungry!
She was hungry. How would you like it? Have someone come along and pick something off of you?
I'm sorry. I keep forgetting I'm not in Kansas anymore.
Come along, Dorothy. You don't want any of those apples. Yuck.
Are you implying my apples aren't what they ought to be?
Well, no, it's just that she doesn't like little green worms.
Worms? Did he say we had worms?
Yup, I heard worms. That's what it sounded like to me. I'll show you how to get apples. I'll show you got worms and caterpillars, and probably a whole bunch of wood lice, too.
How dare you? Let's give it to him, girls! Take that!
Look out, Dorothy!
How do you like them apples?
That's just fine.
Ah! I suddenly swing!
Oh, so have I. They've made saps out of us all.
I think it's time we bowed out.
Why, it's a man. A man made out of tin.
What?
Yes, look.
Oil can. Oil can.
Did you say something?
Oil can.
Oh, he said,
Oil can what?
oil can? Oh. Where do you want to be oiled first?
No.
He said his mouth. The other side.
My goodness. Oh, I can talk again. Oh, please, oil my arms and oil my elbows. Oh!
Oh, does it hurt?
No, it feels wonderful. I've held that axe up for ages.
Oh, goodness, how did you ever get like this?
Well, when I was flesh and blood like you, I fell in love with a Munchkin maiden whose mother hated me. So, to stop me from marrying her daughter, she hired the Wicked Witch of the West to put an evil spell on my axe. So, when I went to chop down a tree, chopped off my leg instead.
He chopped your leg off?
Well, that's terrible.
But by good fortune, I knew of a wonderful tinsmith who made me a new leg, almost as good as the old one. And back to work I went, and you know what happened?
Well, something terrible, I bet.
I swung again, and dang me if I didn't take off the other one.
Well, you should have got a new axe.
Suppose you're right, but I got me a new leg instead, and back to work I went.
Well, sure we're persistent.
This time, I chopped off both my arms.
Oh, you poor thing.
Well, I see how you could have chopped off one arm, but how did you manage to chop off the other one?
I told you, my axe is enchanted.
Oh, of course. See, Dorothy, if I had a brain, I could have figured that one out for myself.
Sometimes I wish I didn't get a new pair of arms from the tinsmith, because the last time I swung was the worst of all.
Oh, I don't want to hear this.
What happened?
Split myself right down the middle. But I got me a new head and body from the tinsmith, and on the way home, I got caught in a terrible rainstorm and rusted solid.
Well, it just wasn't your day, was it?
Been here ever since.
Well, you're perfect now.
Oh, my neck. Oh. Perfect? Just bang on my chest if you think I'm perfect. Go ahead, bang on it.
Beautiful! What an echo!
It's empty. The tinsmith forgot to give me a heart.
No heart?
No heart.
Oh, my.
All hollow, and as long as I've got no heart, I can never love my Munchkin maiden.
Oh, don't cry, Tin Man. You'll rust again.
I used to carve her name on every tree.
You can say that again.
Said a tin man rattling his jibs to a strong man sat a weary eye.
meat and ribs, but forgot to put the heart inside.
Then you bang his hollow chest and cry.
When a man's an empty kettle, he should be on his mettle, and yet I'm torn apart. Just because I'm presuming that I could be kinda human if I only had a heart. I'd be tender, I'd be gentle, and awful sentimental regarding love and art. I'd be friends with the sparrows and the boy who shoots the arrows if I only had a heart. Picture me, a balcony, above a voice sings low.
Wherefore art thou, Romeo?
I hear a beat,
How sweet!
just to register emotion, jealousy, devotion, and really feel the part. I would stay young and chipper, and I'd rock it with a zipper if I only had a heart. Oh, I may be presuming that I could be kind of human. I'd be friends with the sparrows and the boy who shoots the arrows.
You could stay young and chipper.
And I'd lock it with the zipper if I only,
If you only,
if you only had a heart. Whoa!
Oh, are you alright?
I'm afraid I'm a bit rusty yet. Whoa!
Well, why don't you visit the tinsmith again and ask him to give you a new heart?
Oh, he ran out of business a long time ago. Ran out of tin.
Then why don't you go to the Emerald City with us and ask the Wizard of Oz for a new heart?
Suppose he wouldn't give me one when we get there?
Oh, but he will. He must. We have come such a long way already.
You call that long? Why, you've only just begun!
You're the one who put the spell on my axe.
And it certainly chopped you down to size, didn't it? And now you're helping the little lady along. Well, stay away from her, or I'll stuff a mattress with you, Scarecrow. And you, Tin Man, I'll use you for a beehive.
Oh, I'm not afraid of you.
Well, that just proves you don't have a brain. Allow me to educate you. Here, Scarecrow, wanna play ball? Just remember, Scarecrow, helping the little lady reach the Emerald City could be your last burning ambition.
Well, I'm still not scared of her. Well, I'll see you get safely to the wizard now, Dorothy, whether I get a brain or not. Stuff a mattress with me, huh?
I'll see you get to the wizard, whether I get a heart or not. Beehive Bob, let her try to make a beehive out of me.
Oh, you're the best friends I've ever had. It's funny, but I feel as if I'd known you the whole time. But I couldn't have, could I?
Well, I don't see how. You weren't around when I was sewing stuff together, were you?
And I was standing over there, resting for the longest time.
I guess you're right. I wish I could remember, but it doesn't really matter now. We know each other now, don't we?
Well, that's right.
We do.
To us?
To Oz.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
It's a wizard who lives under a wizard boy. If ever a wizard was a wizard of Oz, it's fun because of the wonderful things he does.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
We're branching out for the wild forest! I wouldn't be caught dead in that wild forest. If I were there, I'd be petrified.
I don't like this forest. It's dark and creepy.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure it gets darker before it gets lighter.
Do you suppose we'll meet any wild animals?
We might.
Animals that eat straw?
Well, some, but mainly lions and tigers and bears.
Lions?
And tigers and bears?
Oh my! Lions, tigers, bears? Oh my! Lions, tigers, bears? Oh my! Lions, tigers, bears? Oh my! Lions, tigers, bears? Oh my!
Lions, tigers, and bears.
Oh my!
Lions, tigers, and bears.
Oh my! Lions, tigers, and bears! Oh my! Oh! Ah!
Ha! Put 'em up! Put 'em up! Which one of you first? I'll fight you both together if you want. I'll fight you with one paw tied behind my back. I'll fight you standing on one foot. I'll fight you with my eyes closed. Oh, pulling an axe on me, eh? Sneaking up on me, eh? Why?
Here, let us be and let us go.
Afraid, huh? Scared, huh? Ha! How long can you stay fresh in that can? Ha ha ha! Come on, get up and fight me, you shivering junkyard. Put up your hands, you lopsided bag of hay.
That's getting personal, Lion.
Yeah, get up and teach him a lesson.
What's wrong with you teaching him?
I hardly know.
Well, I'll get you anyway, Pee-wee.
Oh, shame on you!
Oh, what did you do that for? I didn't bite him.
No, but you tried to. It's bad enough picking on a straw man, but when you go around picking on poor little dogs.
Well, you didn't have to go and hit me, did you? Is my nose bleeding?
No, of course not. What a fuss you're making. Naturally, when you go around picking on things weaker than you are, why, you're nothing but a great big coward.
You're right. I am a coward. I haven't got any courage at all. I even scare myself. Look at the circles under my eyes. I haven't slept in weeks.
Why don't you try counting sheep?
That doesn't do any good. I'm afraid of them. Oh.
Why don't you go to Emerald City? We're getting him a brain.
And me a heart.
Well, wouldn't you feel degraded to be seated in the company of a cowardly lion?
No, of course not.
Gee, that's very kind of you. My life has been simply miserable. Even my family's disowned me. When I was just a little cub, my father took me up to the top of a high mountain, waved his paw around and said, Na Savinya Babavitiboa. Oh, I was terrified.
Why is that?
I'm scared of heights.
Well, the wizard will fix everything.
At least you'll be safe if I come with you.
How's that?
No self-respecting wild animal will come anywhere near me. Settle lion, poor neurotic lion, to a miss who listened to him rave. The Lord made me a lion, but the Lord forgot to make me brave. Then his tail began to curl and wave. Life is sad, believe me, missy, when you're born to be a sissy without the lemon boy. But I could change my habits, nevermore be scared of rabbits if I only had the noise. I'm afraid there's no denying, I'm just a dandelion, a fate I don't deserve. But I could show my prowess, be a lion, not a mouse, if I only had the noise.
Oh, you'd be in your stride, a king down to the core. You could roar the way you've never roared before.
And then I'd roar and roar some more. I could show the dinosaurus who's king around the forest, a king that ain't that soy. Why, with my regal beezer, I could be another Caesar if I only had the noise. Blizzard,
I'd be gentle as a lizard.
Might be clever as a gizzard.
As the wizard is a wizard who will serve.
Then I'm sure to get a brain.
A heart.
A home.
the noise.
We're out to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Is the wizard of Oz, hello, is there was. Hello, is there was, the Wizard of Oz is one. Because of the wonderful things he does. We're out to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
There is nothing so depressing as boundless optimism. Happily, it is totally misplaced. Now, shall I squash them like the interfering bugs they are? Or shall I be witty and creative? The both alternative is attractive, but messy. So witty and creative wins the day. Aha! Something with poison in it. With poison in it, but attractive to the eye and soothing to the smell. Poppies! 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 This lethal lullaby will put them to sleep forever. And then the ruby slippers will be mine!
This yellow brick road seems to go on forever.
Well, if you're tired, Dorothy, we can take a shortcut.
The road curves around this poppy field. We can cut through and pick back up on the other side.
Let's go.
I've never seen such beautiful poppies.
I think poppies are my favorite flower.
The smell is so wonderful. Oh, and the singing.
I can hear it too. It sounds just like the heavenly semaphores.
Oh, what's happening? I can't hardly walk anymore. I'm so sleepy.
Well, here, give us your hands and we'll pull you along.
Oh no, I have to lay down for just a minute. Well, you lay there, Toto. We can nap together.
Well, you can't rest now. We've got to go on.
Come to think of it, 40 weeks wouldn't be such a bad idea.
Well, don't you start to.
Oh, it's the poppies. That's what's doing
Well,
it.
don't try now. You're rusted enough as it is.
Oh, it's the Wicked Witch. What do we do? Oh, help! Help!
Does you know you're screaming at a time like this? Well, nobody will hear you. Help! 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 Oh.
I hear you, Scarecrow. And though I can't induce magic of the Wicked West, perhaps a little magic my own will save the day.
Oh no, it's rusted again. Give me the oil can, quick.
I don't have the oil can.
I just realized something.
What?
I'm sitting on it. Boy, those poppies are powerful stuff. I didn't feel a thing.
Dorothy, you're awake.
My white magic has done its work. Journey's end is now in sight.
The Emerald City! Oh, we're almost there at last, at last! They're so beautiful.
The walls are so high. I'm getting giddy just looking at them.
Ring the bell, Scarecrow. Let him know we're here.
Okay. Here goes.
Who rang that bell?
Don't do that.
We did.
Can't you read?
Well, read what?
The notice.
What
notice?
It's on the door. It's plain as nose on my face. It's, Oh. Just a minute.
Bell out of order. Please knock.
That's more like it. Now, state your business.
We want to see the wizard.
The wizard? But nobody can see the Great Oz. Nobody's ever seen the Great Oz. Even I've never seen him.
Well, then how do you know there is one?
Because, if there wasn't a wizard, why would you be here?
Oh, please, sir, I've got to see the wizard. The good witch of the north sent me.
Prove it.
Well, she's wearing the ruby slippers she gave her.
Ah, so she is. Well, bust my buttons. Why did you say that in the first place? That's a horse of a different color.
Who's he calling a horse? He went on the other side of that door.
He's coming out.
He'd be on this side.
Welcome to the Emerald City.
Thank you.
Have you come far?
Just the longest ways.
Believe me, every step is worth it. Have you any idea just how wonderful this place really is?
Well, I've been trying to imagine it, but well, I haven't got a brain.
You said I'd fall in love with it if I had a heart.
It's the one place I don't need courage, because there's nothing there to scare me. Is there?
There's a garden spot, I'm told, where it's never too hot and it's never too cold.
Where you're never too young and you're never too old.
Where you're never too thin or tall.
And you're never too anything at all.
Oh, we're not too mad, oh, we're not too sane, and we don't compare and we don't complain. All we do is just sit tight, 'cause it's all so downright right. Ha, ho, ho, and a couple of tra-la-las. That's how we laugh the day away in the merry old land of Oz. Buzz, chirp, chirp, and a couple of la-dee-das. That's how the kid gets quick all day in the merry old land of Oz. We get up and jump, start to work and fun. Taking out for lunch and that after we're done.
Jolly good fun!
Ha ha ha, ho ho ho, and a couple of tra-la-las. That's how we laugh the day away in the merry old land of Oz. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho, and a couple of tra-la-las. That's how we laugh the day away. Ha ha ha, in the merry old land of Oz.
It's everything you said it was and more.
When do we get to see the wizard?
Will you take us to him?
Is he scary?
The wizard. Well, yes, of course. First, let me take you to a low place where you tidy up a bit.
Oh, thank you.
merry old land of Oz. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho.
Ho, 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 ho.
That's how we laugh the day away in the merry old land of Oz. Get up and chop, start to work at one. Take it off for lunch and then until we're done.
Jolly good fun. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho. Here comes the tra-la-la. That's how we laugh the day away in the merry old land of Oz. That's how we laugh the day away with ha ha ha. That's how we laugh the day away with ha ha ha.
Who's her?
It's the witch. She followed us here.
What's she doing with all that smoke? She's writing with it. What's it say? What's it say?
Surrender Dorothy.
Dorothy? Who's Dorothy? The wizard will explain it. To the wizard? To the wizard!
Everything's all right. Stop that now. It's all right. Everything is all right. The grand powerful Oz got matters well in hand. I hope. It's like you can all go home and there's nothing to worry about. Get out of here now. Go on. Go on home and not. Did you hear me? I said go home.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do, sir. That's why we have to see the wizard right away. All four of us.
Orders are nobody to see the great Oz. Not nobody, not no how.
Oh, but please, please.
But you said you'd take us to him.
And I got it permanent just for the occasion. Not nobody, not no how.
Oh, you just gotta make him see Dorothy.
Dorothy? Did you say Dorothy? The witch's Dorothy?
In person.
Well, that makes a difference. All of you wait here. I'll announce you at once.
Did you hear that? You'll announce us at once. Whoever's good has got my brain.
Oh, I can barely hear my heart beating.
And I'll be home in time for supper.
In another hour, I'll be king of the forest. Long live the king! If I were king of the forest, not queen, not duke, not prince, my regal robes of the forest would be satin, not cotton, not chintz. I'd command each thing, be it fish or fowl, with a woof and a woof and a royal growl. As I click my heels, all the trees would kneel, and the mountains bow, and the bulls go down, and the sparrows would take wing. Fire, fire, were king. Each rabbit would show respect to me, the chipmunks genuflect to me, though my tail would lash. I would show compassion to every underling. I were king, just king. Oh, shucks. Of all
Your Majesty, if you were king, you wouldn't be afraid of anything?
Not nobody, not know-how.
Not even a rhinoceros?
Imposterous.
How about a hippopotamus?
Why, thrash him up from top to bottom.
Supposing you met an elephant?
I'd wrap him up in cellophane.
Well, what if it were a brontosaurus?
I'd show him who a king of the forest.
How?
How? Courage. What makes a king out of a slave? Courage. What makes the flag on the mast wave? Courage. What makes the elephant charge his tusk in the misty mist or the dusty dust? What makes the muskrat guard his muff? Courage. What makes the sphinx the seventh wonder? Courage. What makes the dawn come up like thunder? Courage. What makes the Hottentot so hot? What puts the apricot an apricot? What do they got that I ain't got?
Courage!
You can say that again.
For courage is the thing of things.
With courage I be a king of kings.
And the whole year round
I be held and crowned by every honor thing. I'm free, I'm free,
Go home. The wizard says go away.
Go away! Oh, but surely!
He is deaf to all appeals. The great Helper Oz has spoken.
Looks like we came a long way for nothing.
But I was so happy. I thought I was on my way home.
Oh, don't cry, Dorothy. We'll get you to the wizard somehow.
Well, we certainly will.
Aunt Em was so good to me, and I never appreciated it. Running away and hurting her feelings. Professor Marvel said she may be sick and she may even be dying. Oh, I'll never forgive myself. Never, never, never!
Please don't cry anymore. I'll take you to the wizard somehow.
Oh, thank you.
That's all right. I knew an answer on myself once. This way, follow me.
Wait a minute, fellas. I was just thinking. I don't really want to see the wizard this much. I better wait for you outside.
What's the matter? The wizard's gonna give you some courage.
I'd be too scared to ask him for it.
Oh, come on, Lion. We'll be scared together.
Oh! What is it? Somebody pulled my tail.
Oh, you did it yourself.
I hope. I'm such a butterpaws.
This way. Step right up. The great Oz awaits you.
Tell me when it's over. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Oh, I want to go home.
I am I, the great powerful. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
If you please, I'm Dorothy, the small meek, and we've come to ask of you.
Silence!
Oh, Timothy Crickets!
The great and powerful Oz knows why you have come. Step forward, Tin Man.
Oh,
You dare to come to me for a heart, do you? You clinking, clanking, clattering collection of collagenous junk.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. See, a while back we were walking down the yellow brick road.
Quiet! And you, Scarecrow, have the effrontery to ask for a brain. You billowing bale of divine fodder.
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, Your Excellency. I mean, Your Wizardry.
Enough! And you, Lion? Well?
Oh, you'd be ashamed of yourself threatening him like that. When he came to you for help.
Silence, whippersnapper. The beneficent Oz has every intention of granting your request.
What's that? What did he say?
Are you alright?
Just a little duck. What did he say?
He's going to help us after all.
He is?
But first, you must prove yourself worthy by performing a very small task.
A small task? Is that all?
You name it, and it's half done.
Bring me the broomstick of the Witch of the West.
But if we do that, we'll have to kill her to get it.
Bring me her broomstick, and I'll grant your request. Now go.
But what if she kills us first?
I said, go!
I wish you'd given up this crazy scheme. I should have never let you see the wizard.
Oh, but I'm glad you did. How else can I get back to Kansas?
Well, you don't have to worry about us.
We're not going after the witch empty-handed.
You could say that again.
Which way to her castle?
No one knows for sure.
You mean no one's ever gone there?
Oh yes, plenty of people could have gone there, but no one's ever come back.
Oh boy.
There's no yellow brick road to follow now.
There's no road at all to the land of the Winkies.
Winkies? What's Winkies?
Once they were folk very like us. Then the Wicked Witch turned them into her slaves. I hope the same thing doesn't happen to you.
Oh, so do I.
Keep going to the west where the sun sets.
Is that the best way to find the Wicked Witch?
You don't have to find her, Dorothy. When she knows you're in the land of the Winkies, she'll find you. Good luck.
Well, sometimes it's good not to have a brain. Well, I haven't the wit to be scared.
I haven't the heart to fail.
And I haven't said goodbye to the wizard.
How can you desert Dorothy now?
Well, I could stay here. That's one way of doing it.
Oh, shame on you. You're even more of a coward than I thought.
It's easy for you to speak. You're made of straw, and you're made out of tin. But I'm only weak flesh.
Very weak.
Verging on flabby.
It's all right, Ryan. You can stay here if you like.
I'd like. Oh, how I'd like. But if you really need me, I'll tag along, I guess.
Well, that's more like it.
Stout fellow.
Ready to go, Dorothy?
Best foot forward.
Decisions.
Come on, Lion.
I'm coming. Scarecrow's not the only one needs a new brain.
I hate her. I hate her not. I hate her. I hate her not. I hate her! No wonder why the poppies failed me. They ordained that Oz himself to deliver the mellifluous little baggage into my territory. But how to bring her before me? Winkies! Winkies! Come forth! Enough! Silence! Quiet! Why do you always sing that loathsome dirge?
Since you put your foot through a drum, how
How can we keep in step?
What does it mean anyway?
You mean yo 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 yo.
Next time I enslave a whole nation, I must check their intelligence first. Nico! Nico! Where's my commander to the Aerobaticators? There you are, my simian minion. I have an important task for you. My enemies are about to enter the haunted forest, and I need you to rouse your men and snatch that sickening little girl and her equally nauseating little dog. What do you mean you're exhausted? All right. I'll conjure up a spell that'll take the fight out of them. Now, which one of my creepy crawly creations shall I send to plague her? The Flibberty Dibber? No. The Fly by Night? No. Aha! I have it! The Jitterbug! Oh, may you jibber. There is no more infectious bug in my book of spells. Once bitten, they can't stop dancing till they drop. And when they do, you shall be there to scoop up the little brat and that little brute and bring them both to me. Now go! Do my bidding! Fly! 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 Soon those darling little slippers will grace my dainty feet. I wonder if any of the Winkies do shoe repairing.
Does anybody know where any of us are? We passed a notice a while back.
You mean the one that said, "Welcome to the haunted forest"?
No, the one that said, if you've got this far, you're lost.
Here's another notice.
I hope it says something a little more reassuring.
I'd turn back if I were you. Fine. Oh no.
I believe there's spooks around here.
That's ridiculous. Spooks? That's silly.
But don't you believe in spooks?
No. Why?
Tin Man!
Oh, are you alright? I do believe in spooks. 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 I do.
So do I. Did you just hear what I just heard?
So that noise don't come from an ordinary bird.
It may be just a cricket or a critter in the trees.
It's giving me the jitters and the joints around the knees.
I think I see a shadow and it's fuzzy and it's furry.
I haven't got a brain, but I think I ought to worry.
I haven't got a heart, but I feel a palpitation.
It's Monarch of the Forest. I don't like the situation.
Well, are you gonna stand around and let him fill us full of horror?
I'd like to roar him down, but I think I lost my roar.
It's a who's this?
It's a who's this?
It's a what's it?
It's a what's this?
Oh, what's that?
Who's there?
Who's where?
Beware!
Is that hiding in the treetops? Is that rascal, the jitterbug? Should you catch him buzzing around you, keep away from the jitterbug. Oh, the bees and the breeze and the bats and the trees have terrible, horrible buzz. But the bees and the breeze and the bats and the trees can do what the jitterbug does. So be careful of that rascal. Stay away from the jitterbug. The jitterbug. Oh, the bees and the breeze and the bats and the trees have a terrible, horrible buzz. But the bees and the breeze and the bats and the trees can do what the jitterbug does. So be careful of that rascal. Stay away from the jitterbug. The jitterbug. The jitterbug.
metal fatigue.
I want to sit this one out.
Please leave us alone!
Who? What?
What's happening?
Look at the size of the bird.
They're not birds! They're monkeys!
Monkeys!
What?
Look at help! Dorothy! Help! Get away from me, you pesky ape!
Fine job we did protecting Dorothy.
Help! Help!
Oh, what happened to you?
First they tore my legs off and they threw them over there. And then they scratched my arm and put it over there.
Scarecrow. It's you everywhere.
Time you pulled yourself together.
Like what? But I can't reach my legs.
I'll get 'em.
And then we'll go find Dorothy.
That's right, and the lion will lead us.
Yeah, me?
Yes, you.
I'm gonna lead us against the forces of evil?
Well, that's right.
All right, I'll do it for Dorothy. Wicked witch or no wicked witch, gods or no gods, I'll tear 'em apart. I may not make out alive, but I'll go down fighting. There's only one thing I want you fellas to do.
What's that?
Drop me out of it.
This way, my dear. So kind of you to visit me in my loneliness. Give me the doll.
What are you gonna do with Toto?
Tonight we feast on devil doll.
No!
It's all right, my dear. Just my little joke. He'll look even more revolting with an apple in his mouth. Here, take him.
Where are you taking him? Why can't he stay with me?
Because the raging, roaring river is some way off. Is he a water breed?
I don't think so.
Well, he soon will be, because that's where we're going to drop him if you don't hand over the slippers.
But the Good Witch of the North told me not to.
Very well. Drop the dog in the deepest point of the river and drown him.
No, no, no! You can have the slippers yourself. I don't want them. Just give me back Toto.
That's a good little girl. I knew you'd be leaving.
Oh! Oh! Run, Toto! Run! As far away as you can!
Catch him, you fool!
Run, Toto, run! He got away. He got away from you.
Which is more than you'll ever do. Fool that I am, I should have remembered. Those ruby slippers will never come off as long as you're alive. You see this? That's how much longer you've got to be alive. And it isn't long, my pretty. Just long enough for me to devise an unpleasant but wildly entertaining death for you. Of course, there is one route of escape. It's a long way down, and the rocks are sharp. So, if you do decide to take this way, be a dear and leave the ruby slippers on the windowsill. It'll save us from having to take them off your corpse.
How can anyone be so nasty, mean, and cruel?
Lots and lots of practice.
Oh, I'm frightened, Tim. I'm so frightened.
Where are you? It's me. It's Auntie Em. We're trying to find you. Where are you?
I'm here in Ozzy, Tim. I'm locked up in the witch's castle. Oh, and I'm trying to get back to you. Oh, no, go.
What's that? What's that?
That's the castle of the Wicked Witch.
Dorothy's in that awful place?
Oh, I hate to think of her in there. We've got to get her out somehow.
Well, don't cry now. We haven't got the oil can with us. You've been squeaking enough as it is.
But they say it's got 1,000 rooms. How are we ever going to find out which one Dorothy's in?
It's Toto.
Here, Toto.
Well, he'll lead us to Dorothy.
But we still need to get into the castle.
Do you think it'll be polite to drop it in like this?
Look out!
Who's them? Who's them?
He's got a plan on how to get in there.
Right, he's got a plan.
Well, it might not work,
It might not work.
but it's got a chance.
It's got a chance.
Only thing is, it's very, very dangerous. What do you say?
I say, anybody else got a plan?
Let's use scarecrows.
First, we've got to get a hold of 3 Winky uniforms.
Fellas?
How are we going to get a hold of 3 Winky uniforms?
Fellas?
Well, I don't know, but the whole plan depends on...
3 Winky uniforms.
Fellas, we don't have to look far.
How's that?
They're right behind us.
Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly. The sand's almost run out. Thunder, won't you come for me? Witch of the North, please help me now. Please help me. Won't anybody help me? No!
Dorothy, are you in there?
It's us. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine, but the witch has locked me in.
Stand back, I'll break it open.
Oh, hurry, please hurry. The hourglass is almost empty. Oh, Toto, I knew you'd come.
Well, hurry, we've got no time to lose.
We can't go out the way we came.
What about the window?
The cliff is sheer.
Don't worry. You hang on to my tail and I'll grab on with my claws.
Well, you're wonderful, all of you.
I just hope my courage holds out.
We hope your tail holds out.
To the window!
Going so soon? We won't hear of it. We'll be Winkies.
I think we've outstayed our welcome.
Ring around the rosy, pockets full of spheres. The Santa time has run out for all of you. The last to go shall see the first 3 before her, and the mangy little mutt too. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Who shall be the first to go? Lion, girl, Tin Man. No, my broomstick is chosen Scarecrow.
No, help!
What's the matter? Don't you want to be my old flame?
Leave him alone. Can't you see he's terrified?
I'll get round to you eventually, Miss Mouth. Meanwhile, watch your friend go up in smoke.
No, please!
Oh, too late, Scarecrow. You're all burned up.
No,
What?
I won't let you.
Oh! You cursed little brat! Look what you've
She's dead. You've killed her.
I didn't mean to kill her. Really, I didn't. It's just she was going to set him on fire.
Hail to Dorothy, the Wicked Witch is dead. Hail, hail to Dorothy, the Wicked Witch is dead. You are now our queen.
Oh, that's very nice of you, but I have to get back to Kansas. The witch's broom. May we have it?
Yes, please take it with you.
Oh, thank you so much. Now we can go back to the wizard and tell him the Wicked Witch is dead.
The Wicked Witch is dead. Ding dong, the witch is dead. The witch don't witch, the Wicked Witch. Ding dong, the Wicked Witch is dead. She's somewhere down the song. Let's open up and sing and ring about something on the radio. Sing it high, sing it low.
Step forward, if you dare. Can I believe my eyes? Why have you come back?
Please, sir, we've done what you told of us. We brought you the broomstick of the Wicked Witch of the West. We melted her.
Oh, you liquidated her, huh? Very resourceful.
Yes, sir. And we'd like you to keep your promise to us, if you please, sir.
Not so fast, not so fast. I'll have to give the matter a little thought. Go away and come back tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh, but I want to go home now!
Oh, you've had plenty of time already.
Yeah!
Not arouse the wrath of the great and powerful Oz. I said come back tomorrow.
If you were really great and powerful, you'd keep your promises.
Do you presume to criticize the great Oz? You ungrateful creatures! Think yourselves lucky that I'm giving you an audience tomorrow, instead of 20 years from now. The great Oz has spoken.
Toto!
Now go. I said go. Oh. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. The great and powerful Oz
Has spoken.
Who are you?
Well, I'm the great and powerful Wizard of Oz.
You are?
Uh,
I don't believe you.
no, I'm afraid it's true. There's no other wizard except me.
Well, you humbug! Yeah!
Yes, that's exactly so. I'm a humbug.
Oh, you're a very bad man.
Oh no, my dear. I'm a very good man. I'm just a very bad wizard.
Well, what about the heart you promised Tin Man?
Well,
It's Scarecrow's brain!
Why, anybody can have a brain. That's a very mediocre commodity. Back where I come from, we have universities where men go to become great thinkers. And when they come out, they think deep thoughts and with no more brains than you've got. But they've got one thing you haven't got, a diploma. Therefore, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Universitatis Comitium e Pluribus Unum, I hereby confer upon you the honorary degree of THD.
THD?
Yeah, that's Doctor of Thinkology.
The sum of the square roots of any two sides of an isosceles triangle is equal to the square root of the remaining side. Oh, joy! Rapture! Oh, I've got a brain! Well, how can I ever thank you enough?
Well, you can't.
Oh.
As for you, my fine friend, you are under the unfortunate delusion that simply because you run away from danger, you have no courage. You are confusing courage with wisdom.
Back where I come from, we have men called heroes. Once a year, they take their fortitude out of the mothballs and parade it down the main street of the city. And they've got no more courage than you've got. But they've got one thing you haven't got: a medal. Therefore, for meritorious conduct, extraordinary valor, and conspicuous bravery against wicked witches, I award you the Triple Cross. You are now a member of the Legion of Courage.
Shucks, folks. I'm speechless.
As for you, my galvanized friend, you want a heart. You don't know how lucky you are not to have one. Hearts will never be practical until they can be made unbreakable.
But I still want one.
Back where I come from, we have men who do nothing all day but good deeds. They're called good deed doers, and their hearts are no bigger than yours. But they've got one thing you haven't got: a testimonial. Therefore, in consideration of your kindness, I take pleasure this time in presenting you with a small token of our esteem and affection. And remember, my sentimental friend, a heart is not judged by how much you love, but by how much you are loved by others.
Oh, my heart. It ticks. Oh, listen, it ticks.
Read what my medal says.
Awarded for courage!
Ain't it the truth? Ain't it the truth?
Oh, they're all so wonderful.
Well, hey, what about Dorothy?
Yeah, what about Dorothy?
Dorothy next.
Yes, Dorothy.
Oh, I don't think there's anything in there for me.
Well, you forced me to a cataclysmic decision. The only way to get Dorothy back to Kansas is for me to take her myself.
Oh, will you? Could you? But are you a clever enough wizard to manage it?
Child, you cut me to the quick. I'm an old Kansas man myself, premier balloonist par excellence to the Miracle Wonderland Carnival Company, until one day, while performing spectacular feats of the stratospheric skill never before attempted by civilized man, the balloon failed to return to the fair.
It did?
Frightened, were you?
Frightened? You were talking to the man who has laughed in the face of death, sneered at doom, and chuckled at catastrophe. I was petrified. Then suddenly, the wind changed. And then the balloon floated down into the heart of this noble city, where I was instantly acclaimed as the first Wizard Deluxe.
Deluxe? From the French, pertaining to luxury.
Well, there were a few luxuries still on the job, but I took it anyway, retaining the balloon at the advent of a quick getaway. And now, the balloon is ready for the flight. And in that conveyance, my dear Dorothy, you and I will return to the land of E Pluribus Unum. Step this way. Citizens of Oz, I, your wizard, for Ardua ad alta, am about to embark upon a hazardous and technically unexplainable journey into the outer stratosphere. To confer, converse, and otherwise hobnob with my brother wizards. And I hereby decree that until that time, if any that I return, that the Scarecrow, by virtue of his highly significant brains, shall rule in my stead, assisted by the Tin Man, by virtue of his magnificent heart, and the Lion, by virtue of his courage. Obey them as you would me. Thank you, my friends. Now I think it's time for me to cast off. Climb aboard, Dorothy. Climb aboard.
Climb aboard, Missy, while the wind's in your favor.
Oh, where's Toto? I can't go without him.
I'll get him for you.
Don't let go of the rope.
What?
This is a highly irregular procedure. The balloon is going off.
Well, help! Help!
Oh, don't go, Professor!
This is absolutely unprecedented.
He's a gun.
Well, you have to come back!
Too late, my dear.
Come back!
I can come back. I don't know how it works. Goodbye, folks.
Goodbye.
That idiot guard just ruined my exit.
Well, now I'll never get home.
Then stay with us, Dorothy.
We don't want you to go.
Oh, I would love to, but I have to get back to Kansas.
Well, don't you love us, Dorothy?
You know I do, but there's a place and people I love more, and now they're further away than the furthest dream. I'll never get back to Kansas. Never, never, never!
Never is a very, very long time, Dorothy.
Oh, will you help me? Can you help me?
You didn't need me help. helped any longer. You've always had the power to go back to Kansas.
I have?
Well, then why didn't you tell her sooner?
Because she wouldn't have believed me. She had to learn it for herself.
What have you learned, Dorothy?
Well, I think that it isn't enough just to want to see Uncle Henry and Auntie Em. If I ever go looking for my own heart's desire again, I won't go looking any further than my own backyard, because if it isn't there, it never really was there to begin with. Is that right?
That's all it is.
But that's so simple. Well, I should have thought of it for her.
Should have felt it in my heart.
Me too, if I'd had the courage of my convictions.
No, she had to find out for herself. Now those magic slippers will take you home in 2 seconds.
Toto too?
Toto too.
Oh, it's going to be so hard to say goodbye. I love you all so much. Oh, don't cry, Tin Man. Goodbye.
Oh, now I know I have a heart, because it's breaking.
Goodbye, Lion. I know it isn't right, but I'm gonna miss the way you used to holler before you found your courage.
When you go, I think I'm gonna do a little more hollering.
Dear Scarecrow, you were my first friend here, and I think maybe I'll miss you most of all.
Well, having a brain don't make the part any easier. Goodbye, Dorothy. I'll think about you. Always.
Are you ready now?
Oh, yes, please, before I change my mind and stay forever.
Then close your eyes and tap your heels together 3 times and think to yourself over and over, there's no place like home. There's no place like home.
There's no place like home.
1,
There's no place like home.
2.
There's no place like home.
Goodbye, Dorothy.
Dorothy! Dorothy!
Little girl! Little girl!
Place like
I hate to think of the kid out all night in the storm by herself.
We best get in town and notify the sheriff.
Wait,
Toto!
there she is.
Dorothy. Dorothy. Zeke, Hunk, Hickory, she's over here. Tell Emmy and Ben to bring her a blanket.
She's got a lump on her head the size of an ostrich egg, but the skin ain't broken.
Hello, Oz.
Oz. My first name's Chester, but you can call me whatever you like.
Uncle Henry.
I'll see you come to no more harm.
Is she all right?
There's a moment there when I thought she'd left us.
But I did leave you, that's just the trouble. And I tried to get back for days and days.
Sounds like a bad dream.
It wasn't a dream.
Sure it wasn't. Remember me, your old pal Zeke?
Mine.
No, it ain't. And this year's Hickory.
Couldn't forget my face, could you?
No, of course not, but we're Scarecrow.
Scarecrow?
Who the heck's Scarecrow?
Well, here's the blanket you asked for. Well, how is she?
She'll be fine.
You've lost all your stuffing.
Stuffing?
What happened to the field mouse you had in your stomach?
Well, I had more than a field mouse. You gave me a whole sack of kittens in there.
Dorothy! Oh, Auntie Em!
Oh, Dorothy, you're safe and well.
Thanks to you, Auntie Em, you showed me how to use the slippers.
I won't use a slipper on you, honey. You haven't done anything wrong.
No. No, you don't understand. This was a real, truly live place, and I remember some of it wasn't very nice, but most of it was beautiful. And you all were there. You kept dressing up, and you kept pulling your own tail, and you were a humbug.
Well, now, let's not get personal.
Doesn't anybody believe me?
Of course we believe you, but now we've got to get you into bed.
Well, has the house come back? It fell on the witch, you know.
The storm passed right by it.
And it wasn't a house that fell on Miss Gulch.
It was a telegraph pole.
We won't be hearing from that old Betty till her leg gets out of plaster.
Then Toto's safe, and we're home. Home! I'm never going to leave forever, ever again, because I love you all. Oh, Auntie Em, there
place like home.